Hello, everybody. I may run into a problem. Forgot to charge my microphone. Hey, Jerry. Hey, buddy. What's going on? Super Bowl Sunday. Like I said, this may be a short one. I'm looking at the battery. It's in the red. I forgot to put it away yesterday. Good job, Jason. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, what are we going to do today? We are heading out. Oh, I forgot to turn off the lights back there. Let me do that. There we go. Okay, if the sound goes out, someone in chat let me know, and we'll end the video there. What's up, everybody? My nice coffee. We're going on an adventure today. So, heads up, it looks like, let's just get the cameras going here. Bench. So, this has been sprayed. That's the moss sprayed with flat. Turns out pretty good. Gives it that green sheen. Same with those rocks. You can see some of the moss staining there. There we go. And some on the rocks here. So it totally does look like moss in the end. And I kind of got it around the edges there. I really like that stuff. On the logs, it shows up pretty good in spots. Still looks a little glossy for me. So I might get some other stuff and try and... But I think that looks okay. That looks pretty good for what it is. So I think the base is mostly done. There's a couple little things I want to throw in there at the end once he's glued. I don't know where to put this today. Like out of space because I got so much going on. As far as the bear goes, so that wash, again, on camera, it looks kind of different than it does in real life. More of a dark brown here. This kind of has a weird sheen in the light on the camera, but it's not there. It's very flat looking here. So I think I lost some of the black that I wanted. So I think I'm going to do some transparent black airbrushing a little bit. So let me find, where is it? Shading gray. Here it is. Which is in there. So I think I'm going to do a little airbrush. It's a little. And I think I'm going to use, this one's hooked up, so I'm going to use this one. The gallery airbrush. Make sure it still works. It does. Hey, Stormheart. Hey, John. And again, I'm not entirely used to this airbrush yet. I'm going to go to my Iwata. I don't want to mess up something right now. And I haven't practiced enough with that one. Let's see. Oh, cool. Thanks, Jerry. I think Scott and I decided, maybe I won't be using this one. Scott and I kind of decided we are going to it's going to be a live show, this one, and it'll be on Sunday. So it'll be on the 30th, or 30th, the 15th. There's no 30th in February. So it'll be next week. See how it goes. Sunday, I think. And I think we're going to make it an Ask Us Anything show. We haven't done that in a while. We're going to try and do one of those a year. So that should be fun. Why did I just lose? That was weird. Okay. So how's everybody doing today? Predictions for the big game. Does anyone care? We talked about it yesterday. Most people don't care. Let me get a piece of paper out. Just so I have one to shoot into. Some transparent Comart black. And if you can't get it to then, that's fine. We're going to do another episode at the end of the month. I'm going to try and work out some stuff with some guests, but it's a short month. And Why is this not working? Great. Great. Just what I needed right now. Both lose. Yeah, I'm there with you. I want everybody to lose. Yeah, I haven't, and you know, it's Chicago Bears fan. I kind of don't watch it all anymore. This year I watched like one game. One total. Why am I having trouble with this? So let's do. Man, it's been so long since I airbrushed. I don't even. Just take some of this. It's not. I feel like it's not. There we go. It could be this stupid quick connect again. The paint isn't coming out when I want it to, but we'll try it. So it's going to hit in the deeper areas with the transparent. I don't even know if it's going to show up on camera. There we go. Man, what the? All right. Hey, Bill. Getting ready for bed yet? I think I'm going to switch brushes because this isn't working for some reason. Great. That's exactly what I wanted. How did this go? I don't remember. Whatever. I'm so mad right now. Nowhere to put it. There. What is going on with this? This is why I don't like airbrushes anymore. All right, switching over to the gallery. I'm gonna make do. All right. Just doing a little shading under here. That's where most of the darkness would be. And the bare butt crack. Man, I don't like Check. All right, we'll try this one. Now, problem is, don't think. Hold up. Check. Okay. All right, how's that? Okay. Yeah, I had to switch to this one. Does it sound a lot different or does it sound the same? Sound the same? Battery died. So I am not, I don't know how to explain this. It's like, I'm having an airbrush problem. And it's probably a me thing, just trying to get used to it. My computer screen keeps going black. Something's up. It's a doom stream. It's what we're dealing with. Like, pause again. I don't know what's up. I'm going to try and do this without the quick connect. So this is going to go crazy for a moment. Hang on with me. So this is real life modeling for Jason, how things never seem to go right. Let's see if it's the quick connect issue I was having. No. The cleaning issue. So let's clean this out really good. What else is going on with everyone? What's this? Let's get this. Get some alcohol in there. Chewbacca Crack Dog. Now that's a movie I want to see. Chewbacca Crack Dog. What is a Chewbacca Crack Dog anyway? It was pretty clean. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. Sometimes this Iwata has a mind of its own. And I don't like the trigger on the gallery right now. It's not bubbling at all. It's just not. There we go. Fixed. It's just not coming out a lot. And sometimes I've noticed if it's not the exact, even though it's airbrush ready paint, if it's not the exact right consistency, there, that's better. It's starting to come out now. But even then, it should be like, yeah, oh well. Go with it. This thing is, sheesh. How old is it? It's pretty old. 2009-ish, maybe? Yeah, well, yes, the Style Lens primer will mess it up for sure. Okay, back. So I'm gonna go into here. See, this is why I can't explain it compared to the gallery for me. So I only have to press down and back. All right, can we see this? I press down that much. Like you didn't even see my finger move. that much and some air comes back out, and I press back only that much and it starts to like have a little bit of paint come out. This one, I need to push like all the way down and then back. And I'm just, I don't know. It's again, it might be a me thing, but I'm going to put some water in here so that it doesn't dry out while I paint today, and then clean it when I'm done and then retry it again. But man, I'm not enjoying that right now. Okay. So just doing some shading. Getting it in his ears. And this is just transparent black. Going in some of these folds. I need to bring some of these colors back again. And then go hit it with some dull coat. Back here. Should probably be wearing a respirator. Oh yeah, I got to come back to that. I will be coming back to that in a moment. The snout. Gonna go back and do like another pass of highlights on almost all of it. I think the burgundy really helped though. Get the right color yesterday. Hey, Sapphire. Respirator for anything. You're wearing something. Still dust particles. Yeah, burgundy was good. It was a good choice on accident. But if you're looking at the pictures, you could totally tell there's some red in there. And the bear in the movie, I just pulled it up, is more brown, it seems, than black. But it's kind of where we are. And on camera, it looks more gray. You can see the burgundy there when the light hits it the right way. But all right. I think that's good as far as shading goes. Yeah, my spray booth is mostly just for rattle cans over there. If I could, I would maybe rearrange everything and kind of going. And then, but I have to turn it off the wireless mics, otherwise it interferes. Which is one of those problems I was having before. That took a while to figure out. It's picking up a weird sound. All right, I think that's pretty good. We'll let that dry for a second. Let's clean this out. Yeah, that's what I did mine mostly. Upsetting the wife is fun though. Okay. So that's going over here. Clean this out later. Back to brushes. I really don't like airbrushes anymore. I should probably hit this with some dull coat real quick. So let me go do that. Dry it. What is this hooked on? So let this hair dry. Sticky. This paint's a sticky paint. All right. Pause. I'm gonna go flip this on. Hit it with the dull coat. I'm gonna set this off to the side for a minute. Okay. So that knocked it back a bit. Gonna need more later on, but we're off. Okay, back to brushes. So some dry brushes next. Let's do that. A little bit here, a little bit of there. So gonna go back to the dark orange brown. Don't need a lot. I'm gonna use this smaller dry brush. It's this here. My dampening pad. I don't know where I put it, but let's get this going. Off. All right. So I want to just kind of hit in here a little. Bring that back. Also going to use a regular brush. Gonna start getting some detail in it there. Thanks, Steve. Hi, Diabolic. I saw it came in. I have not read emails yet this weekend. I tend to try and just kind of look at a bunch of emails at once. So I'll check it out a little bit probably this afternoon when I start doing the post for the episode. So I know it did come, but I didn't read it yet. All right, now I want to, it's a little bit too much in those cracks. Where's this one? So I'm going to use this and kind of get just in there a little. More targeted of a dry brush. That's looking okay. What else everybody got going on? That would be funny. She would just pay someone to have it killed. She wouldn't have to wrestle it. I'm gonna go in here a little bit in his paws. It's part of the toes. Now, what color are bear claws again? I forgot to look. Bear paw, black. Bear paw. The colors on a black bear paw, they're kind of like a gray. Kind of like a black gray. So they're not that far off of that. Actually, you could almost just gloss these, which is what actually I might do. Where is that? Let's do just because you want them to stand out a little bit, but this brown gray might be the right color. Oh, the mall. There's still malls? You're a good husband. I'm gonna take some of this brown gray and I'm just gonna hit the claws and then do a wash on them. How do we get this to look? Focus just on the claws. Yeah, there. So I'm gonna do that and then do a wash on them. They're kind of, and some of those they're hollow underneath, which sucks, but you'll never see it. It's kind of the right color, actually. Really well done. Neil Armstrong 3. Ooh, cool. I love the buy sell trade CD. Do you have disc replay there? Our disc replay has some really good stuff, actually. And there's a record store kind of all on its own. Hey, RC Flex. Oh, tight fine. Oh, there's something on this claw. I think it's from, there we go. I think it's from the, no, I just left it as is. The pose is just the pose of the cave bear. There's something on this claw. Come on. Sitting underneath. Not too worried about underneath. I'm worried about this claw though. Having stuff on it. I almost stepped on this razor blade yesterday, and now I remember where I put it. Yeah, the CD exchange here is like, I think there's like 3 of them, but I think they're all the same guy or person that owns them. Yeah, that works. It's focusing on the wrong thing. Let me move this to a little. Oh, other way. There. Dude, good. John, I'm glad someone watched it. Keep watching. I'd love to hear your opinion. It ends up, it is a thing made for me. Working on Dracula Meets the Wolfman. Damn, I hate Diary. So how is that kit? Hard to put together, a pain in the butt? How are the seams? I'm gonna hit just on his nose. I'm gonna take some of this brown gray and kind of tap it on this leading edge. As like a highlight. It shows up, it doesn't blend out. Let's get some plain. Where's that? Where's the color I used yesterday? Brown gray, but I want, what's that dark umber? Dark burgundy. Actually, let me hit it with, I think that's just it. Should have wrote down what I was using. So the brown gray mixed with a little dark umber. Some are a pain in the ass, some are good. Okay, so yeah, it checks out. That's, oh, here it is, black brown. So black brown again. I kind of want to take some water, some of that black brown, just kind of, oop. I just got to remember I'm on camera. Stop focusing under me. Get in here a little. I thinned it a little bit. I'm just kind of using that black brown and I'm hitting top of the ears a little right there, a little here, here. I want that burgundy back. Filled it solid. Oof, what'd you fill it with? All right, dark burgundy I think worked good for the eyes. Styrene kaiju kits. Yeah, it depends. Some of those are rough. So I'm going to use this burgundy for the eyes. Again. I'm not going to really worry about putting a pupil or anything. So they're so tiny and so you'll never be able to tell anyway. So maybe a drop of black later on for a pupil if I can get it in there, but for the most part, for me, that's okay. So it looks kind of like that. Maybe a drop of black. Let's do some teeth. Where's my ivory? We're gonna do no. Bright ivory, dark ivory. We're gonna do this dark ivory for the teeth. Man, filled it with avies. All right, dark ivory for the teeth, which is kind of like, you see that color? It's almost like it's white, but not, and it's not quite bone. It's a really nice off-white. Let's get, see if I make these pop. Because they're starting to, it's like the little details you need to have there just to kind of see if the whole thing's coming together. Without the teeth, I feel like it's something. They look ridiculous. It's a vampire bear. Backside of these. Oh yeah, we will. This is just a base coat. Just a little, just saw something that I don't like. So right, it's a little piece of plastic right there. Been bugging me since we started. Okay. Yeah, especially, yeah, hair, you got to. Otherwise, it always feels like something's not right. And it tells you if your skin's the right color. Bera Lugosi. That's pretty good. Should make a children's book about a vampire bear. It's Bera Lugosi. All right, I gotta hit this side of these teeth. this side of those teeth. Not bad. Not bad. And again, a vampire rabbit? What was that? Should make a whole series of vampire animals. It's not bad. This is where it's going to start to fall apart, though, because those teeth are weird on the bottom. Is that his tongue? I think that's like part his tongue and part teeth in the front. Yeah, his tongue is like curled up behind him. So let me try and figure out a way. And it being a plastic kit, there's no good definition. Count Duckula, yep. Dude, does everyone remember Little Dracula, the cartoon? Bunnicula. There was a cartoon called Little Dracula, and it was a little green vampire boy, and he had all these monster friends. I remember Count Duckula. Taking that burgundy, mixing some of this teeth color in. Dude, that makes a great gums color. I'm gonna hit the sides here a little more. Here a little bit. Bring that color back in. Front teeth. I wonder if there's Little Dracula on YouTube. I think it was called Little Dracula. All right. More on there. Is there a tooth that I can't see? No. Okay. All right. So to yellow them up, we're going to do Seraphim Sepia. I'm going to use that. And I'm going to use this brush, a junky brush. And we're going to use this also up here a little. Tie it together. This is an older bottle, and I think they've changed the formula since. And it dries a little glossy, which I don't like. So I'm kind of hanging on to this bottle for a while. I'm going to use that there. It should dry flat. It's going to look a little better. And I'm going to use this on the pads. On it here. Yeah, that's already kind of All right, teeth. I'm just going to kind of put this all over all that. And hope it kind of, I'll do a final highlight pass on it, but trying to get it to pool there a little. Yeah, this is a good color. It's one of my favorite washes they've ever put out. Of trying to get like a quick staining effect. I don't like how that one tooth has a stupid plastic line on it almost. So, all right. So while that dries, I'm probably going to have to do another coat. But while that dries, I'm going to use their other amazing shade of Nuln Oil. And I'm going to, let me shake this up a little better. So this is Seraphim Sepia. And then this color is a great black wash called Nuln Oil. Come on, camera. I don't know why that's looking. And I'm going to use that to go back on the claws. Let's see if I can get a good shot of the claws. Okay. So I'm going to use this. Just kind of hit here and under. Top. Under. Same with the feet. Under a little bit. Definitely go under there. I'm going to move this around. I'm even going to kind of put that into there a little bit. The lid closed. This is the worst thing about Games Workshop paints is their stupid lids that they refuse to change. Again, just kind of tapping that in. And even use this would be, this was my original thought, was use this to do some of the shading instead of the airbrush, which I probably should have just done because I like it better. Go under his chin a little. Oops. Go under his eyes a little. His ears a little. Or her eyes. It was a girl, right? Can't remember. There were cubs, weren't there at the end? Just kind of tapping that color around. Get it in there. Dries pretty quick. Nuln Oil is terrific. It is one of those like their old, what was their old brown wash that they got rid of, which was like the greatest thing ever? Oh, what was it called? Do I have any of it still? I don't think I do. No, it's long gone. Their greatest paint ever. I can't remember the name of it now. Right. Totally. Totally agree, Trevor. They are great when you're just trying to like, but like, look, the lid closed. So I have to put everything down. Hopefully not spill it. And use it again. But the bear face is turning out okay. I'll put some of that. I'm just gonna get a little cup because I know I'm gonna spill this. But it is a really nice color. Just terrible Games Workshop refusing. And you know why they're doing it? Why do they not? Why do they refuse to change their paint bottles? Because the paint dries out really. Agrax is a good one. But here's the thing with Agrax. They changed the formula, so it dries a little glossy now. The old Agrax from pre-2002 was fantastic. What was their old brown? But they refused to change them because your paint dries out quicker and they can sell you more paint. That's the only reason I can think of why they haven't gone to the other bottles. And I want to get some of this on the nose. Yeah, Agrax was perfect. And Agrax dries a little shade. The other one they totally messed up. Agrax isn't as bad, but their flesh shade, this one, totally dries glossy now. And it never. Chestnut brown is the old ink. That was amazing. What was their... They called it Cheat in a Bottle. It was called... Wait. It was called... Devlin Mud. Devlin Mud. If you ever come across a thing of Badab Black or Devlin Mud at an old hobby store somewhere, immediately buy it if it's still good. It is one of the best washes ever. So yeah, Devlin Mud was the thing, and they come in the old, let me go to this. It's this one, Devlin Mud. And yep, here it is, right there. And this was when they called them washes, pre-calling them shades. But that paint is just, oh, it was one of the greatest things ever. It was the best tie-in wash for anything. And it just really made everything look good. You could even use some of this. I'm going to put this in the nostrils so they come up a little darker. And that should, once that dries, it should go. You can use this, I've noticed also, where is it? You can use some of the Lamia medium. Like if you are getting, like the shades are drying a little glossy, you can just brush some of this over after it dries, and it will flatten stuff out once in a while. But that's looking okay. I'm going to mix some of this Nuln oil with just some of this brown. No, that doesn't work. Maybe some gray with some of that and some Nuln oil. Again, I don't work like a professional. I kind of experiment as I go, which is bad. Yeah, you know what? Trevor, they did something back in 2002 where all the shades, they changed the formula and things got weaker. So I'm gonna have to try that. So Enchanted Steel. I'll have to try that for sure. All right, I'm gonna kind of get these claws again. That's a little too... Looking for slightly brighter tips. And it sucks when you find something you really like and then the company goes, no, we're going to get rid of that and change it. And then you're scrambling, much like the dull coat fiasco. All right, I think that works for the claws. I think that works. All right, the teeth, I'm going to go back and just gonna do a tiny little, get some water. Do a tiny, tiny highlight with the original. What was your favorite primer? Well, I know Squidmart. Yeah, they do. They're messy. I'm just as bad. And this, I've been trying to keep it calm over here. Plus, I got like 4 other projects going on, so I'm just gonna hit tip. The tooth a little. It's right there and right there. This, you see this? This is a plastic. I should have saw this a while ago. There's a line on that tooth, and that's just a mold manufacturing line that's still on there. But I really don't want to sand it and have to start over. I'm just gonna, I just got some on this cheek. Just touching the top of those tooth pieces, like there, there. Get those back. These are kind of in shade, so you don't want to highlight those too much. The tongue looks pretty good. Come on. Come on. Yeah, kind of like that. Where did that come from? Okay. All right. Dude, I don't want to say I'm done with that, but kind of done. Now, we got to bloody him up. How do we do that? So it needs to look like, where is it? It's a picture, this one. So it needs to look like this. So what do we do? To me, a clear red blood effects. You know, it would give me a chance to use blood for the blood god, which feels like it's dried up. Nope. Let's try it. I don't know. Let's give it a shake. It's got to look like that. People are getting to know their Warhammer terms. Yeah, blood for the blood god. Khorne. Khorne. Careboard Crimson, yes, that's a good choice. Blood for the blood god. Come on, camera. What is going on with you today? So this is a technical paint meant to simulate blood. Like to do blood splatters and stuff. I'm afraid it's going to be too red. So I might want to, let's just give it a shot. Let's see how it turns out. Okay, so taking some of this in my junk brush. And it is kind of, it's like a, so you guys can see it. Come on, focus. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like Tamiya clear, but more acrylic. If that makes sense. This might be the right stuff, guys. Yeah, Clarybar Crimson's not going to show up, though, on the black. This needs a touch of... I can even show you. So if I put Clarybar Crimson down, it's just going to vanish. Actually, the two mixed together might be the way to go. So if I put this on, it just kind of tap it in there. It's not going to read like blood. It just looks, it's going to, when it dries, it's going to dry flat. And I think it's a good maybe under thing. Let's try and mix some of it together. What happens? So take some of this, mix it with the blood for the blood god. There, that might be it. And even maybe some, that is a blood. And it's a little brighter on camera than it is in proof. Like, that's good. Yeah, so yeah, I think that might be the color, guys. That might be it. So that's those two mixed together. Let's see what happens. Just throw some snout. And it kind of stays in place a little better. And let's see how it... Looking at the picture, it's kind of... We might have to layer it up. He has a gash on his head up there. I don't know. I don't know if I'm liking it. It's kind of working. It's a little too red in the camera. In person, it's not bad. What else do I have? I did have True Blood. Did it? That might have dried up. Wait, no. I had it at one point. Wait, what's this? Dye. I did have the True Blood at one point, but I don't know where it went. Gore, dirty down gore. We're not doing that. I know I had it. I think it dried up. Because I bought their spiderweb thing and their liquid frost, and some of the spiderweb stuff dried up in the bottle. Yeah, I don't have it anymore. Had it at one point. All right, what does it look like? So drying, oh no. Oh no. I mean, it looks like blood. Look at my thumb. Yeah, we'll splatter it. I'm gonna splatter it because it's gonna soak in. It would kind of soak into the fur. Let me get. I have a good splatter brush over here. Kinda. Let's want to thicken it up. We're gonna go in his mouth. Kind of. And I just keep looking back at the screen. It's not, it's more on one side. Yeah, I have. I don't have. I have contrast. I don't have that. This is. Let me just kind of tap it around. And there's a lot more on the teeth. Kind of works. Yeah, it's looking better as it dries. Plus, we got to sprinkle some cocaine on it. Never thought I'd say that ever. We have to sprinkle cocaine. It's gonna get. No, the stream is gonna get shut down. YouTube, we are not really doing that. Please. All right, claws as well. So we're gonna get in and gum up in here. Put some on there. A little bit in, on this one. I don't like that it, you almost have to go cartoony with it. Because now it darkened up that quite a bit, which I didn't want. But yeah, I think cartoony is more the way to go, maybe. I sorry, who left? I missed it. Oh, Sci-Fire left. Why Sci-Fire? I thought you meant we were getting kicked off. So I think I'm gonna use the snow stuff I have somewhere. I'm gonna find it though. Where is my snow stuff? I was gonna use this stuff. I think these ice sparkles. So I have ice ones and I have snow. Let me look at the snow. So the snow sprinkles. John, that's a good idea. Oil rust texture. Yeah, some like meated up. Oh wait, what is this? How did this get all mixed up? So this stuff, no, this is just like the paste that you put on. So I was gonna do some of the snow sprinkles. This is like if you have to make like snow on a tree branch or something. So we're not doing that. I'm just gonna throw that in there. So I think the goal might be to put some Lamia medium down or some gel, like thin out some matte gel medium. This isn't gonna dry, and then put it on there. Why is this lid not going on right? All the companies that need to do a better job of lids. They all seem to just suck. So ice sparkles. That's what I think I'm gonna go with. Maybe we do a little technical chunky thing, but that's not bad. It looks so stupid. It looks so glossy now though. Gonna kind of I think I did. Hey Barry. For the scar on his head, where's... Yeah, the tips of the claws need to be a little more... I'm gonna dry brush them. Like that. I'm gonna use that same color just in a couple spots. Feels a little flat in areas. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. All right. No more blood. What if I do some straight blood for the blood god? I like a good snap lid. So just in a couple spots, I'm gonna kind of chunk this. Oh, I was trying to make like a pink area where the scar would be. There's like a wound kind of up there in the movie. Just kind of looking. There's some other ones too, but kind of knock that back a little. And then hit it with this. So it shows up a little better. Go like that. All right. So now back to plain old blood for the blood god. Did you like it, Barry? It actually was better than I thought. It was a lot more violent than I thought it was going to be. Bloodying up our bear. So let's use just some regular. Yeah, you almost have to use it. You just lose. I'm going to leave it gloss. I don't think I'm going to seal it again after this. Get it chunked up. It's on his chest. That shows up pretty good. Looks too much. All right. Any other wounds? It's so stupid. I think I will bring it to Wonderfest, actually. I might just put it on the table so people can see it. This is not a contest winner. But that looks okay. Let's see what it looks like when it dries. That's what I was thinking. What category? We said this the one episode. I don't know what category it would go in. If you're trying to, is it go into the humor because it's a kit bash? Does it go into the horror category because it's from a horror movie? What? I don't know. You're moving in a new house, Barry? Nice. That's the most stressful, horrible things in the world. So I'm gonna let me hit this with a hairdryer a little bit. It's a horror-comedy, a horror comedy. But I agree, it's more comedy than horror. Barry, tell me about it. I'm really worried, like, when we move, how bad it's gonna be. I mean, just look at this desk. Having to just pack up this desk is a nightmare in of itself. Actually, the blood for the blood god kind of works, guys. I think that's what we're gonna do. Okay. So my other question is, I have to sculpt this bag. So I went and grabbed screen grabs of the bags from the movie. And so the duffel bags are zipped up with the DRUGS inside in brown paper, but they are cylinder duffel bags. Like, it's like a cylinder, so it's not going to be hard to sculpt. Let me zoom in. Let's do 200%. So, like, it's like a cylinder bag with two rainbow straps, like Mork and Mindy style rainbow straps on the side, and then a yellow zipper strap across the top with yellow piping around the ends. So it shouldn't be that hard to make these out of AVs, but I do the duffel bag, right? I don't do just the plain brown packages. I was thinking of just kind of putting the duffel bag back by that rock and have it ripped open, like the zipper open, and make the things inside. So my question is, this is what it looks like. Should I sculpt that off camera or should I sculpt it on camera? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And it looks, yeah, yellow piping, yellow zipper, rainbow, to paint rainbow stripes. All right, so we're gonna sculpt it on camera. I'm going with Zippy. I'll sculpt it on camera. So I think what I'll do, I got to think about it. I might make two of them. I might make one off camera so I know how to, like, work it through and then do it on camera. To kind of work on that. Let's see if I can get this stuff to stick though. So, oh, here we go. More problems. So I'll try and make that on camera. It looks like it should be fairly easy. It looks like the straps go underneath and kind of loop around on each side. So that should be, yeah, it'll be fine. Okay, let's see if this system's going to work. All right, I'm kind of happy with the blood. I'm just going to kind of leave that there. I'm going to take some Lamy and medium. Let's get this ready to go. And I need, do I still have my box top over here? Where is it? Yes. So let's get some stuff out of the way. Don't get this all over my desk. All right. Let's see if this works. I don't know if it will. Let's take this brush. Take some just plain Lamia medium. This will dry. The only problem is it's going to dry matte. We could always regloss the blood. Actual houseberry. Hell yeah. So maybe I should use the blood for the blood god as the, or will it, let's do a test. Will the ice sprinkles soak in? Will like the paint soak into it? Man, guys, these don't even show up. Hold up. All right. This is not going to work. They're so fine, they don't even show up. They don't read as snow or anything. Okay, back to the drawing board. That's not going to work. What should we use? I have something else. I don't think that's going to work. They don't show up. I have plaster? I might have to make a trip to the hobby store and take a look around. I got sand. I thought I had more snow. What's this? Nope. Yep. I don't think I have any snow. I thought that stuff would work. Ugh. I was thinking baking soda. Well, I think I'm going to make a run to the hobby store tomorrow and see if I can come up with a better snow option and get some actual. I thought I had some. Because I don't want to glop stuff on there. I have. What's this? I think this is something that came in a kit. Is this plaster? What is this stuff? No, it's a really fine. Actually, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I think we got it. We got it. I'm on the south side. I can get it. This stuff actually works. Hold on. This works. What is this? I think it's just white sand. Okay. So let's try it. Let's try. Just some blood for the blood god. How many times are we going to say that? All right. Put that. No. And then sprinkle. I'm going to have to make a little pile of this. We made a little sprinkle pile. Does that work? Kinda. I'm going to try just some gel medium, thin down, or some gloss. I'm taking some gloss medium. I'm going to put some water in here. Mixing that up. Talcum might work. This stuff I think is going to do it. I think this is going to do it. I don't know where it came from. I think it's just white sand. Let's try to mix up gloss medium. All right, let's try this. Let's try this. All right, so I'm going to put some of this on. Sprinkle some of this. It's almost too much. So let's kind of chunk it around. I don't know. I think I'm ruining it. It's like you don't want too much. They look too big. Like it's not reading as powder. It's reading as sand. So what do we do? Come on, focus. Yeah, that doesn't look good, guys. Yeah, that doesn't look good. So yeah, I'm going to wash it off real quick. That doesn't look good. That doesn't look good at all. Need like a fine powder. So maybe baking soda? All right, I got to think about this overnight, I think. And go to the store. Can I grind this? No. Maybe with a mortar and pestle? I could. Yeah, it still looks too granular. Hand pastel? Maybe? Hmm. How do we simulate? what scale is this kit? How do we simulate? Should I Google it? How to simulate one? What scale is the cave bear? Where's the box? I have it somewhere. 1/72nd cocaine. How do you do that? So yeah, let me think about that overnight. I don't know. And if I want everyone to, everyone has homework. Let's come up with an idea. 1/13th scale cocaine. What is the? God damn. Ah, this show. This fucking channel. How did we get here? How did we get here, guys? Oh man, let's. How did we get here? White glue would look like glops. This stuff will look like glops. What? I don't even think I have baking soda in the house. Hold on. Jamie, do we have baking soda? Flour? No, flour will soak up. Yeah, do we have baking soda anywhere? All right, can I come? I'm going to come get some. All right, supposedly there's baking soda. I'm going to wear my mic. I'm going to go upstairs. Let me go see if I can grab some of that. La, la, la. Da, 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 dee, 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 dee. Might lose signal. Where? Where do we have? Oh, I can't be up here because of the music. Jamie, where is it? Yeah. Like a cup, like a little bit. There's audio music up here. I'm going to get shut down. Like just Can I just give you like a plastic? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I need like just like a spoonful. Oh, 2 spoonfuls here. Perfect. Thank you. I'll check it up. Thanks. Okay, here we go. Got some baking soda. And do I still have audio? Yes, look at that. So I got some baking soda. Let's see what this looks like. So baking soda. Ooh, much more powdery. Yes. This I'm worried. Yeah, flour would turn yellow. That's what I was thinking. Ground flocking. I might have to go buy some. I thought I had it. This actually. We got to do the test. Is it going to soak? I almost want to spray it and spray it with dull coat and sprinkle it on that way. But I feel like, I'm lost. I got to rebuild this stuff because of my water is too gross. Let's start over. Water, gel medium. Crappy brush, where are you? Let's do this. Mix some of this. Probably too much water. Yeah. Everything's going wrong. All right. More gel medium. Come out of the jar. Come out of the jar. All right. Let's get this thinned down really good. Mixing this up. All right. A little more water. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. What should I do it on? What's that? That's a head. Let me do it on. Do it on... I don't have a failed print sitting over here. Oh, no, I do. From the log last night. Or from the Discord. I was testing key tolerance on Chitu's new part. How is that? Let's see. All right. There's some, tap that on. Here's the baking soda. Sprinkle? Yes. Much better. Let's try it. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. All right. All right. All right. All right. I almost want to, I feel like I've sprayed it with dull coat and then sprinkled it on, but I'm afraid. All right. Kind of putting the gel on. I'm going to go really high up and let it kind of, it looks better. Totally looks better. But is it good? I think it's good. Let's see if I can move it around. A little bit of just plain water. Yeah, I think if I put it on without the gel, there's nothing for it to stick to because the blood for the blood gods are already wet or already dry. I mean, if I get my glasses, but actually, that's pretty good. I don't like the way the faces look at anymore, but CA glue dull coat after. Let me try this. Hold up. You try this. This could be a disaster. Let's try this on camera. I'm going to hit it with some dull coat. Oh, that's cool. All right, dull coat, kind of heavy. Sprinkle. Uh-oh. Maybe a bit much. Does it brush off? There, it kind of flakes off. Some of that's the gel medium that wasn't dry yet. That kind of works. It looks worse on camera than it does. That's a great dude. Thanks, Barry. Not sure if sarcasm. I think it looks worse on camera than it does in person. It's not bad, actually, guys. Hold on. Dull coat dries too fast. I think I just got a mouthful of baking soda. That's, yeah. And it's going to go his mouth and his eye. Well, let me kind of sprinkle some on here. Actually, I think I'm okay with that. And if I move some of this around, it looks worse on camera. Trust me. That's, it kind of works. Does he have it? He would have it on his claws, right? Can't. Kind of works. I'm going to leave it for now and let it fully dry. I'm going to go hit the whole thing with some dull coat. I wonder what it looks like just mixing baking soda with the gel medium. What does that do? Kind of gets chunky. But kind of erases, you kind of rub it off. Haha, funny. I do have hairspray. Dang it. I should have done hairspray. Why didn't we think about that? Hairspray would do it. Hairspray's the key. I think hairspray's the key. But, let me get, I'm going to get this really stiff brush here with some water. See if I can get it off. Yeah, I think, let me try hairspray. Do have some from 3D printing. I have it. I have a bunch. Because you use hairspray to get it to stick to the bed sometimes on FDM. These are these really, like, these are these synthetic, like these dry brush, they're not even dry, they're like from Vallejo, these really stiff, like terrain brushes. Freaking awesome. Hold up. Take 400. Let's try this again. Did you see my butt crack every time I stand up? All right. Hairspray. Where are you? All right. I'm going to pour out some more. So an easy pinching pile. Aquanet. It's my bear. Dude, I don't. It kind of, I'm telling you, on camera, it looks a million times worse. In person, it almost looks good this way. Trying to scrape out. He's got the COKE up his nose. It doesn't look good. Dude, how am I not banned yet? I need just some water, I think. Come on, get out of there. I'm picking a bear's nose. There we go. All right. Here we go. Moment of truth. Aquanet to the rescue. Is it the answer? Now, how does this... Let's try it on here. Because Mike had the good suggestion. Actually... God, camera? I bought you because you were a better focuser than my old camera. What happened? Are you serious? There we go. So that was the original. Let's try hairspray. Sprinkle from far. Watch I make some crazy chemical concoction with the alcohol and the baking soda, and it either explodes or poisons me. Guys, that might be the answer. Guys. And it smells good. What's baking soda taste like? I haven't had that in a while. Johansson's calling me. Should I answer? Should I answer? You want to be live on the show? Yes?
I didn't even know you were recording.
I'm streaming right now.
Well, tell everyone I said hi.
They can hear you. You're on speaker.
All right, I have a question.
Everyone said no, LOL. I said, should I answer the phone? And everybody said no.
I'm the fucking disloyalist will be fucking rewarded aptly. Okay.
All right.
So I got this new monitor.
Oh, I can't do this now. I'll call you after the show.
Well, no, wait.
I'm in the middle of craziness. I gotta go.
No, wait. It's a simple question.
Okay.
It's got multiple HDMIs on it. Does that mean when I hook my second monitor up, I just tag it into this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just, multiple ones. Yep.
That's all I wanted. Was that fucking hard?
See how he treats me, everyone? You see?
No, you see how he treated me. I have one fucking simple question, and you want to show off for your fucking gay little watcher.
Oh, you're already, okay. He's funny. All right, back to the program. Here we go. Ready? How do I do this? Where do I spray it at? All right, go in this direction. Going to sprinkle from far away. I don't want it in that tooth area, so we're going to have to wipe that off. I think hairspray may very well be the answer. Okay. So now here's the problem. That looks pretty good. Now we have to, I think, erase some of it. So I'm going to take a wet brush, kind of brush it out of spots. I'm going to get it out of his eyes. Get it out of his eyes. Ah, too much water. Hey, if you guys don't, if you watch Red Letter Media, their video this weekend was they're ranking the top 10, or they're ranking all of the Sam Raimi movies. It's pretty good so far. Some that I forgot about. Dude, that is the way to go. That's the way to go. So before I do another sprinkle, I gotta make sure everything's where I want it, because I don't want anything getting sealed in there. Do one more pass. I think that's it. I think that is it. I think that's it. Okay. Dude, that looks good. That looks good. Hairspray. All right. Doing it again. Gonna sprinkle more from on the snout. Come on, come on, come on, before it dries. It's too much. All right, so it's a little too much on his nose. I'm trying to just wipe it off, right? A little too much there. It's the right, I think we have a winner. So it's the right texture too. It's the right scale. It looks powdery. It doesn't look granular. I think this was our winner. And it kind of is doing the same thing that it does. That looks terrible, but in person, it looks better. Trust me. It picks up too much detail, I think, on the camera. I think that's perfect. I'm going with that. I'm going with that. Okay. On his ear. Yeah, that's it. Hairspray. Trevor, brilliant. Do I need to put it anywhere else? Like on his claws and stuff? All right, so those of you who need to simulate COKE on your models, baking soda, hairspray. So dumb. Oh my God, this is so dumb. Oh man. And then I think when you dull coat it, should I dull coat it or just never touch it again? And somehow I keep getting baking soda in my mouth. Do I dull coat it? Because then, yeah, maybe I will. And then just go back with some gloss on some of the blood spots. But I think that totally does it. And I think I can rub it off too. Kind of like with that salt effect with hairspray. Dude, it totally works. That's the stuff. All right. Do I need to do it anywhere else? Hands? Will that be too much? If I do it on the hands? Maybe a light sprinkling? You gotta work fast. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Let's hit this hand too. Yeah, that's it, guys. That's it. I'm waiting to see if Knucklehead shows back up. All right. That, dude, I'm not even kidding. In person, let's go. Like in person, let's see. Come on, camera. Come on. What, focus? Focus. There we go. In person, under like worse lighting. Focus. Wait, get in front of my face. Yeah, see, in person, worse lighting. Looks pretty good. That totally works. Okay. Stupid show. All right. I gotta get stuff. I'm so packed. You know what? I gotta get stuff out of here. So I think next one is going to be me sculpting the bag. And then the final one will be tying everything together. Ooh, that almost fell. That would have sucked. So, yeah. The only thing I wish I would have done now is it needs like something here. It feels very flat. I'm almost like wish I built more of like it needs like something behind it a little more than what's there. It feels kind of empty. But I'm kind of liking it. Yeah, we're gonna have to powder up the bag. It totally works though. It totally works, guys. Oh man. All right, we're gonna stop it there. Everyone have a great Sunday. I think that turned out great so far. Oop, almost fell again. I should probably glue them on. Maybe I should glue it so we know where he's gonna be. Glue? Yeah, it's kind of beyond that now. I don't know. Once the bag's in there, it might kind of fix that a little, but I am bound and determined to drop it. But it looks, man, I'm impressed. There we go. So I'm going to put this here. I'm going to clean up, set this off to the side over here. I'm going to get cleaned up. And thank you, everybody. That was a fun couple hours. This is crazy. Now it smells like Aquanet everywhere. And I have the unscented something somewhere. Or no, this is unscented, but it still has a scent. Where'd the lid go? I don't know. I'm done. Everything went sideways today. Love you all. I'll see you. Everybody have a good time. Hopefully maybe during the week or at least next weekend. We'll be back with that final part. Maybe during the week one night. Because we're, again, live streaming, I think, Sunday for the show. And then, yeah, I think we'll be there. All right, everybody. We'll see you soon. Take care.